Welcome back. We're continuing our coverage of the election results from across the country. We have our reporters scattered the length and breadth of South Africa. Let's go now to Mbombela, where we have our man Lindokuhle and Lethiwe Mdluli, who is in Durban. Let me start off with Lethiwe. Lethiwe, where are you right now, and what's been the reaction from the day of voting?
Well, good morning, Tafuma. Right now, I'm outside the eThekwini College, where last night we saw some intense scenes where protesting was taking place. Residents were wanting to vote, but unfortunately they did not appear on the voters' roll, and the IEC staff was threatened here last night. So we've been getting reactions from those who were not able to vote, just finding out how they are feeling about this. I'm now joined by a gentleman who was not able to vote. I just want to ask him, ukuthi ufila kanjani njengoba ungakwazanga ukuvota izolo? Ngiyazi ukuthi aniphathekile kahle, sinibonile nibhikisha la ngaphandle. Ngicela ungichazele nje.
Inhliziyo yami kuyimanje ibhlungu kakhulu ngento eyenzakala izolo. Sifikile la ekseni sithi sizovota kusukela ngo-11 ekseni kuze kwashona ilanga singakwazi ukuvota. Namanje asakazi ukuthi kungani singakwazanga ukuvota. Besifisa ukuthola impendulo ukuthi kwenzakaleni ukuthi singakwazi ukuvota njengabahlali bala eNingizimu Afrika. Inhliziyo zethu ibhlungu kabi kuyimanje ngiphatheke kabi kakhulu sisi wami.
Njengabahlali bala benibhikisha la nifuna ukuthi i-IEC iniphendule. Kuyimanje nifuna ukuthi kwenzakaleni ngoba nikwazanga ukuvota.
Isifiso sethu besifisa ukwazi ukuthi u-ICC ungakwazi yini ukuthi uphinde sinikele enye ithuba ukuthi sivota ngoba thina ngiyacabanga ukuthi la ku-32 abantu abaningi bethu abakwazanga ukuvota nhlobo besifisa ukuthi sithole enye chance singazi noma isazokwenzeka lokho ukuthi sikwazi uphinde sivote futhi.
Inkinga kahle bekuyini?
Uma ngizwa ngabantu anginayo ishort kwenzakalele ngempela kuthiwa la ngathi kufike ama-ballot papers are wrong or ama-ballot box are wrong, then singakwazi ukuvota sonke njengabantu abebhalisile ebhalisele ukuvota. Inhliziyo zethu zibhlungu kabi njengamanje because siyafisa ukuthi nathi ngoba sobala sikwazi ukuvota. Ilungelo lethu singaphucwa. U-IEC siyafisa usiphendulele impendulo ukuthi kwenzakala kanjani ukuthi sibhalise sithi sizovota sigcine singavotanga.
Wena igama lakho livelile kwi-register?
Igama lami alizange livele nhlobo kodwa ngabhalisa ngithe mangifika wathi igama lami aliveli. Sahlala kalo silindile sithi sizogcina mhlawumbe kwenzeka omunye umzamo. Kwabuzakala ukuthi la sasibhalisa khona apha la amaphepha angakho umuntu ophendulile ukuthi apha la amaphepha sasibhalisa kuwona. Kwathulakala kanjalo-ke.
Bangaki abantu umucabanga abangakwazanga ukuvota?
Mhlawumbe abantu esihlala lapho ngaphakathi mhlawumbe bavotile mhlawumbe it's only 20%, the rest abavotanga and sibaningi ngendlela exakayo la ngaphakathi eDalton.
So that is Mdluli Zulu. He's basically explaining that the right for them to vote was taken away, and they are begging the IEC to relook at this issue because he's saying that during registration weekend they did come and try to register, and that process they did register. But yesterday when they arrived here at this voting station, they were told that their names do not appear on the voters' roll, and that's when protesting actually started. And they are now saying that they feel that their rights are taken away because they were unable to vote. So there are many people here in this area in Umbilo who were not able to cast their votes yesterday. We understand that voting in this voting station stopped at around 11 a.m. Around that time, only 15 people had cast their vote. And for the rest of the day, we were here and we did notice that voting had stopped. So a lot of people around this area were unable to vote, and obviously a lot of people are saying that they wanted that right, they wanted to exercise their rights of voting, but it was taken away, unfortunately.
All right. Thank you so much for bringing us that from KZN, where many voters denied their right to vote. Let's go to Mbombela now. Lindokuhle, we spoke to you yesterday just as ANC Deputy President Didi Mabuza cast his vote. So his voting went off without any hitches. What was it like the rest of the day?
It was very smooth as far as the IEC tells us in Mbombela to say that generally in Mpumalanga they've had a few incidents, but they've since been able to deal with that, starting in the morning yesterday with some of the voting stations that did not open in time because of some interferences coming from communities. But we understand that that was quickly sorted out and some people that were supposed to vote actually managed to vote. But at this stage, all eyes are on the numbers, crunching the numbers and trying to get to the bottom of what exactly the political landscape in Mpumalanga will look like after these local government elections. And speaking about numbers, yesterday we did know that going towards the elections, there are about 1.9 million people that were registered to vote as far as Mpumalanga is concerned. That number was not even reached half when we see the results in terms of those that voted. It's about 39, just a little over 39% of people that voted out of that 1.9 million. But of course, after that process starts another one, the counting and tallying of those votes. And as far as we have checked, just at 17 minutes past 10, the counting of these votes were about 32%. So there is a progress that is being made. But I just want to speak to those numbers in terms of how it looks at around 32%. I would imagine that now it's about 35%. But this is a board here at the IEC Rock in Mbombela, essentially showing that the ANC is doing well as far as leading the pack. As you would see that they have 53.7%, about 66 wards have been confirmed to have been won by the ANC, but trailing behind would be the DA with 14%, just following there on the 14 wards that have been won following the ANC. So it's about 17% or so, and the Economic Freedom Fighters on 15%. No ward yet that has been confirmed for them, but there's Freedom Fund Plus as well that managed to get 2 of those votes. So like I said, it's still counting. We haven't reached even the 50% mark, but there is an interesting story to tell about that 53% that the ANC finds itself in. On the last local government elections in 2016, they had achieved about over 71, I think 71% of the voters are voting here, and but it seems that they are on 50%. The Democratic Alliance spoke to us yesterday saying that they had prepared for this, they had done the groundwork, and their point was to say if they do not defeat the ANC, they at least need to bring it to around 50%. They're saying that they'll eat the elephant bit by bit. So that is their point as far as they are concerned, to say that they've fielded candidates even in wards, in rural areas that normally they wouldn't have fielded them, but essentially saying that the program and progress of this is to ensure that if ANC does not come crumbling down, at least they bring it down to 50% and look forward to the next local government elections where they're looking to chow more and more into the people and supporters of the ANC. But as it stands, like I said, around 30, 35, the ANC is still leading with 53% if I'm not mistaken, but certainly we are looking to see the tallying of those votes being concluded and to get a sense really of whether the opposition parties plight to have the ANC dwindle in terms of its supporters will succeed. But also at the same time, we are looking forward to hearing from the ANC in terms of the president giving them a mandate to say that they must achieve over 80%. But as things stand, that seems like a far-fetched dream.
Lindokuhle, thank you so much for painting that picture for us, and thank you to you too, Lethiwe Mdluli. Looks like the weather is turning where you are, Lethiwe, so we need to let you go so you can get inside. Thank you very much. Lethiwe is in Durban, Lindo in Mbombela.